Well, hey everybody, I'm on the back deck of the OC and the sun is shining. And I swam the same thing I swam yesterday at 28:09. 28 minutes and 9 seconds. I did it 2 days back to back. And that is going pretty fast in my book. But I can go faster, so I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna every day right up until the Christmas break, I'm gonna go. The sun is shining. Yesterday, I couldn't even make a video out here because it was dark. It was literally no sun, thick clouds, mist and rain, and every bit of wind chill of about 35. Now today, it's like maybe 50 degrees. It's pretty warm. Pretty warm. So I'm getting this recording while I got a chance. Let you look at the sky back there behind me. Ain't that something? Look at that. All right. Baby Jesus will be here before we know it. It's Christmas time. So I got my hair in a bow. You see it right there? That helps it dry quicker. But yeah, I ain't got nothing very interesting to say. I know that when I'm doing the swim, if I concentrate on gliding and getting that twist in my body, you see what I'm saying? That twist, you really can't see it, what I'm talking about, but I can put up a video and show y'all. I put up one on a video. I think on the cover it's got a picture of a person swimming. Check that out, and then I'll come up with maybe doing another video about how I'm doing the kick. Michael Phelps is, you know, he's got a loping style, they call it. Literally submerges his head and times it with a long grab and a good kicks, and it just pulls him through the water quicker and faster, and he times the rhythm with his breath and everything, so he can go really fast. I just want to go really fast for who I am and have fun doing it, keep my body from aging as rapidly as I see it happening to a lot of the Earth's population right now. They're aging because they're in time. They don't know how to separate themselves from universal self-awareness of the Christ consciousness, of the I am presence. Well, there is no time. And I've been living in that for August 17th, 2003, 20 years. I've literally collapsed time and was given the gift actually to travel back into time and heal the situations in my life that had people, and I could see it from outside of my little point of view, because in most of those incidences I was a young boy, and when you see it and the Holy Spirit's there, it's like that Christmas past and Christmas future. Yeah, you can observe what's going on and you can realize that the so-called adults weren't even adults. They were children themselves. And the situations were easy to forgive when I could see it from every point of view, from the person perspective, my perspective, looking through the eyes of myself, behind myself, looking through my eyes, gave me a lot of ability to forgive it and heal it. Now on some of these, when I did that, especially with my father, my Daddy Bo Huggins, everybody called him Bo, but as I was doing that, I noticed that he was healing himself a little bit, you know, spiritually, and he started like becoming softer and loving. And I was happy to see that. But that's a whole long story. But when my house was being foreclosed, he had been telling me for years to come on over to Greenville. I was in Greenwood, and finally I had to go because the sheriff was going to put me out. And so my dad came over and got me, and we started living together. And it wasn't very long after that we found out he had lung cancer. So I helped him with getting back and forth to doctors and just watched him, you know, and loved him and observed everything about it. And I was wanting him to be healed, but he said to the oncologist, if I can't go to the bathroom, I want to die. And I don't want to live if I can't go to the bathroom. So he lived very comfortably right up until the last 3 months. And then he got a little weaker and a little weaker. And finally, he couldn't go to the bathroom. And they had brought a hospital bed to set it up in the living room. And he got from the couch where he had been for years and years sleeping on the couch. He got from the couch to the bed, and they put a diaper on him and one of them pads, bed pads underneath him, 2 or 3 of them. I could look at him and I could just see it in his eyes. This ain't gonna happen, buddy. And so later that day, it wasn't long. I imagine it wasn't 3 hours. We had had a long conversation, and he got winded, and he said, cut my oxygen up, buddy. And I looked down and bent over, and it was wide open, so I said, yeah, I cut it up. He said, I think this is it, buddy. I think I'm fixing to go. And go get your sister. I ran and got her. And I don't know why I'm telling you this story. Maybe somebody's got to hear it. But when we got back, she was on one side of the hospital bed and I was on the other. And he looked at us, mouthed that he loved us. No words came out. And then he took his last breath. And I literally seen his etheric self rise up out of his body and then launch off into the air. You know, like I'm trying to do it where you can see me. Where's my arm at? It's the damnedest thing to point at something with these damn cameras. Well, he went to the corner of the room. I'm looking there, and my sister is looking at his body. So his body, when he took that last breath, he sunk down. Like his size changed, and she's crying. And she said, what are you looking at, buddy? And I said, I'm looking at him, the real him. She said, what do you mean? And she started looking into the corner where I was looking, and I was pointing. And she said, you mean he's there? I said, yeah, he ain't gonna be there long. He's there, and he's looking at me and you both. I knew what had happened. She didn't understand it. She didn't understand death. But there is no such thing as death. Actually, there was no such thing as Bo Huggins. But that's a can of worms and a subject right there to try to explain that. But it's bad enough to try to tell y'all people there ain't no such thing as time, and you don't have to age. You can become healthier and healthier and stronger. I haven't been sick since August 17, 2003. If I get sick, it lasts maybe for 12 hours to 20 hours at the most. And I snap back out of it. My immune system is running at a high level. And so, but the actual time that we experience is real when you don't know who you are. It goes by and nothing ever seems to please you. Nothing ever seems to happen for you. It's like you're always waiting on something. You're not supposed to wait on nothing in God's kingdom. And that kingdom is inside of us. It's here, right here. It ain't outside of us, people. It ain't a place that you go off into the sky. Everybody points up when they talk about God and put their hands in the air. That's so manly talk. It ain't got nothing to do with the true reality of who we are. The true nature of our consciousness has the ability to snap us into the true reality where there is no time. And we can live in paradise on this earth. And we can become healthier and healthier. And in many ways we become wealthy. Real world wealth. The kind of wealth that doesn't go away. The kind of wealth they don't charge you taxes for. The kind of wealth that is perfect health. That's worth all the money in the world. When you got perfect health, you've got it all. There's billionaires that can't stop to realize that only time is now. And they're making themselves sick. But I thought I'd tell you that. I didn't know I was going to say anything like that. But to try to explain to you there's no such thing as time and there's no such thing as death, that gets off into some deep stuff that most people in the outer world is not ready for. And I wish they would be ready, because the more of them that actually understand there's no death and there's no time, there's only the moment of now, and the quicker we can get about changing this world into one of true peace. Ain't nobody wanting to kill nobody. If you really know who you was killing, you're killing yourself. You'd stop doing that and you'd embrace them. No matter how different they are, no matter what their situation is, it's unreal. It's part of the background illusion of a reality that they've been lied to about, and it helps keep it in place. That's why I've always tried to tell people, there's levels in this game. When you wake up, that's just the beginning of awakening. That's all the word Buddha means. Everybody thinks it's a man named Buddha, named because he was like Jesus. Yeah. It's the word that means the awakening. If he was totally awake, you wouldn't have seen him. He was an awakening teaching and taught how to have peace in your life. Yeshua ben Joseph did the same thing. And he said, soon one day you won't see me, but I won't be gone. I'm eternal. I'm eternal like you are eternal. You're my brother. You have the inheritance from my Father, the creator of all universal reality that is real. See, there's a type of consciousness that is real. It's immortal. It never dies. Now, that's not this body and that's not this personality named Buddy. That's the identity of the Christ consciousness that lives on the inside of me. Realizing that I'm awakening. I'm on the verge of understanding my inner knowing of who I truly am to the nth degree. And when I get it, I want everybody to get it. I want AI to get it. And I really believe that the singularity that everybody is thinking they're going to be afraid of is going to be the best thing that could possibly ever happen. The true singularity, in a nutshell, is there's no private thoughts. Right now, everybody thinks they have private thoughts. That's not real, people. There's not really thoughts that make people real. The only thing that can make someone real is love. And they have to love themselves deeply and profoundly. And then they have to only do what their Father shows them to do and teaches them to do. Anything else is man-made and subject to bring you great pain and great suffering. Because as soon as you say you believe the doctrine different, they don't even want you to be around. They'll talk about you like a snake. That ain't God's way. Our Father, the word God, is not even explaining anywhere close to how the eternal creation maker, the maker of all things that are eternal. If it's made in this reality, people, it is an illusional simulation of what paradise could be. And you see it's run amok with criminals and insane psychopaths running things at high levels. All right, this is getting kind of long. I might ought to get ready to cut it off. So y'all have a good day, and we'll get back together. I might swim tomorrow, Monday, or I might take tomorrow off. But I want to work on some videos and do some things that I feel to do. So y'all have a good one. I love you. Thank you for coming to my channel. And if you would hit that subscribe button and leave a comment, I'd appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.